Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is North American Counter-Strike in ECS Season 7. We just saw a pretty impressive result there from Rogue. They've taken down the mighty Liquid, the favorite team in the entire pool we have right now. #1 team in North America, I think that's fair to say. Rogue have been off the radar for a good year, maybe a year and a half. They've taken them down on Nuke. We move on to Dust 2. And the reason I'm excited about that is to kind of discussion we had earlier with Dust 2. I don't want to say it's a random map, but it certainly allows a team who's having a better day to exploit weaknesses potentially. And the way Liquid are playing right now, a lot of stubborn force buys, a lot of frustration going on. They won the first half 9-6 in their T-side and all falls apart. Do they carry that on to the next map? I'm not so sure, but Rogue got a chance to 2-0 Liquid here in the opening game. Is that really round it all up for you?
I mean, so we're post-major now, and Team Liquid, I brought it up before, Team Liquid were expected to make the finals. In their heads, they're supposed to make the finals. But they went out in the quarterfinals to ENCE. And it wasn't just that they went out to ENCE. Obviously, they're a great team, and ENCE played a very great game of Counter-Strike. But it was the way that they went out to ENCE, which was really the problem, I think. And they left that game and that major incredibly disappointed. And obviously, it's not just that they underperformed. They were like the most consistent team with Astralis the entirety of last year. Obviously, they made the roster change and all that. But to have that result happen, I'm wondering if there's like some post-major effects here, and if this team is going to be disjointed, a bit wobbly for a while.
It's a very interesting conversation. After the first half of Nuke, I thought this is done. They'll run away with this one. It's just those force buys, I really want to drive that home. When you're the better team, that shouldn't be the way the game goes down. They need to pull their socks up, start looking at the bigger picture instead of trying to make the flashy plays early on. I feel like that has to be addressed quite early. Dust 2, you don't get punished as hard, but on the CT side, similar issues can occur. I'm sure you guys have casted enough Dust 2 games where you'll see momentum stops very quickly, force buys come through, and it can all collapse very quickly as well. You don't get the AWPs up, for example. Now, AWPs in general for Liquid is an interesting conversation. We saw MSL AWP for Rogue there. What did you make of that? Were you impressed?
Yeah, I think that Dust 2 would be a good test for him, but he tends to pass these tests because it's just so, it still feels weird.
Yeah.
For a player we've seen for so long to just become a primary AWPer, it's just odd. And I think I haven't got used to it yet. So I feel like, yeah, it's going to be a test, but he's probably going to do well. I
think the reason he AWPs is because he doesn't necessarily trust others to have the same sort of discipline he has. He never goes for multiple kills, right? He just goes for the one frag that's required to win the round, and he'll fall right back. He doesn't overcommit. He doesn't do anything too crazy. He reads the game very well as an in-game leader, very experienced, and he delivers results. This is going to be a great game. I'm going to tell you now, this will be fantastic. Rogue starting on the T side. Couple of smokes available. That, to me, suggests they'll go long, double smoke the crossover, and take over. That's what almost every team does on Dust 2. We'll see what happens as Twist will be challenged. They've safely made their way out long. You'll see 2 smokes come through, and they'll probably Molotov towards short when they plant, but they have to get there first.
So many players spotted at long, but no kill, just tags, no frags.
The smokes.
Second smoke is down indeed. They could boost and have a look towards the site as they make their way over, but they seem to be having an argument about as to where to do it. And that time wasted is going to be a free kill for MSL. 3 versus 3. 2 of the 3 players have crossed. 1 is towards the car position, so it's not too easy to just run through the smoke and try and make their way to the site. Jumping attacks aren't working out either. Nafly taking one in the face, and there's the rest of the can of mace. 1 round for Rogue.
Wow. An explosive one to kick it all off. And indeed, the long rush comes through. Liquid unfortunate not to get in the opening frags. Did a bit of damage there, but the ruckus began on the A side. The boost, which we're seeing more and more of these days, comes in. It gets 1 kill, but it's actually Hiko doing a great job there with the 2 frags. Brings it down to the 3 versus 1. The round was done. Force buy again from Liquid. This one is a little bit more traditional. We'll see if they can make it work. They are very good at these rounds. Don't get me wrong. I know they can win rounds with pistols and scouts and all sorts, but doing it over and over again when it's not working out is a little bit questionable. As they get the opening pick, Rogue now in the 5-on-4, but Ali still fighting here, but the Molotov will dissuade him, and I'll have to fall back.
The double scouts. In goes the pop flash. Oh, they're not expecting Twist to be there, and he is absolutely deadly with that CZ, and just a flurry of bullets. Almost everybody's dead for the Rogue side. This has gone remarkably well. 2 AKs now and 2 scouts is what stands for Team Liquid. As Vice is left without any aid here. Just Vice with that UMP. The trade comes in, and that's a remarkable result. And the wonders it's going to do for the CT economy is just unfathomable.
It starts again. Rogue, presumably forced by in response. Will it come through? 5 seconds remaining. Deagle. Deagle's only by the looks of things. Nico, I consider him a Deagle specialist, so it's fine he gets Deagle armor. He's very good with the Desert Eagle itself. Not going to take the long spawn. Towards middle they go. Is there an Xbox smoke available? There's not.
The problem is you can't get onto a bomb site without
Oh, you saw him.
utility here or kills. And they're going to have to find kills, and that's going to be very difficult. Oh, no.
Can't sit still, boys.
No. Ooh, through the chest like Alien.
Exactly like Alien.
Plays up the short position already. A fadeaway HE grenade towards the door, just in case someone tries to punish, but a slight neutering for Rogue. Still on their legs, though.
I'm surprised they stood still there.
They're blinds.
Yeah, still. And there it is. That's quickly shut down. Liquid 2, Rogue 1. Full eco on the cards. Here's the replay. So he's flashed, sure, but then he gets hit. He's still standing still. And Vice trying to protect the President there. Jumps in front of the bullet, but it's not enough. And it will be 2-1. Glocks only. B rush. Or lower B. One flash over the mid doors from MSL, but looks things. And this could actually work out quite nice. It doesn't matter he takes so much damage. I just want to flash off the scout. Doesn't work. He hits absolutely everyone. USP's out, but in the nick of time, Alige arrives. Big spray down. Nothing to really write home about. And it will just be MSL now, who was the flash player at the start. Through the doors. Not bad. 3-1.
Solid.
I like those gloves. How much are they, James? I asked you this before. You didn't give me an answer.
I don't know. I've never inspected those gloves. I have like one of the best gloves in the game, so I need not.
Henry, you said know a lot about skins. Surely you know the answer.
I don't. Gloves are not my forte.
Wow. Why does no one know the answer to this?
Oh, if you know, please tweet Dan immediately and let him know. That would be fantastic for us.
Yeah.
Stop this question coming in again and again. It's Stewie. We've seen him here before in front of the tunnels. He got an ace, and this time denied, but he's got 3 to his name. And with Vice, who will be the last player remaining. A B rush on that round. Surprising. I guess they were going off the fact that there might be some residual SMGs or a scout or two, but the smoke down, they run through, and Stewie 2K gets it done with 3.
This is going to do wonders for Liquid's economy. Because if you think they have a lot of money now,
wait till you see them.
Wait till you see rounds 7.
4 AKs. That's pretty wild.
Round 7 is going to be pretty nuts. Ooh.
Meat and potatoes. No vegans in that round. 4-1. Rogue on the pistols. They've got the one flashbang again. Containment and Molotov being deployed towards top mid rather than the HE grenades. I think it was around with LDLC before they got torn to pieces by the rest of France, where we saw super meaty grenades top mid and just a complete massacre. Speaking of grenades, that is not an ideal situation. Go on, spray, spray, come on. Don't be shy. Oh, you're teasing me. But it will be a bait. Does he let the first player go past? He delays somewhat. They don't realize in time, and everything is how it should be. The poor will suffer, and the rich will prosper.
5-1. Orbs coming out. MSL confirmed to be the main AWP of this squad. Purchasing that in round 7. Up against NAF. Not Nitro. Wind in their sails. Liquid bouncing back from the defeat on Nuke. The Xbox smoke, indeed. And NAF gets established along. So his teammates can fall back and leave him there if they want. Might be better to leave the rifle in the pit instead. As they commit towards shore. Bouncing the Molotov off the window there. Bounces around the corner. Any CTs with an AWP or a stack there will be pushed back. And they'll continue their default here. Focusing towards B right now. Molotov in. Stu sits behind the flames. He could actually use the incandescence here to peek off this. And he will do exactly that. Nice shot, but Vice will take him down in return.
However, the bomb is not there. It's just Vice. Oh, if he wants to get one more kill, that would have made things very, very difficult for Team Liquid. But instead, now Rogue are kind of back to square one. They've got themselves the bomb up on Catwalk now. This is smart though, going for a fast timing. Flash Naf off the angle, and they could. Ooh, he's okay. He's going to give up the short plant angle, and he's going to give up the bomb site. So that's cool. You know, 4 versus 2 retake. They've established control of long. See if Hiko can hold on to Catwalk. If he can, that'll be pretty huge. But looks like Liquid may be forcing their way through long and the CT spawn area and foregoing Catwalk entirely.
It's pretty slow at the moment. In fact, the only person close to defusing the bomb, really, is Elige. And, I mean, this is a lot of time that's being passed, but they've got the first kill. Hiko decides to move into position, and one person will cross, and that's going to be the round right there. He's still making his way forward, though. It's going to be a close one. I think he's just about got it, but yeah, that was a very slow execute. Minimal time for error correction, but Liquid do it. They're confident.
Could have been one of those classic Hiko clutches if that came in. That would have been one of the all-time greats. 4-on-1, CT spawn, big spray down, save today. Not meant to be. They'll give the AWP to Hiko, who's got the best spawn. Didn't see him with that weapon too often, but anyone can give this a go. Not much skill required. Just get towards the door.
He's got some skills.
Beat the CTs there, nail the shots. Needs to get out of there now. Doesn't take too much damage. He'll swap it back to MSL. So back to the default they go.
He likes to use the AWP a lot outside of professional play. So he's got some AWP skills in his back pocket, if required. Still a mystery, though, in professional play.
Did he?
Punishing the throwing of the grenade. Doesn't get traded either. Awkward spot. More grenades go. Trying to secure his exit, but Nico will give him a different nature of an exit. 4 and 4 flashes if anyone's off the angle. On the angle. Bomb will be collected. Surely that was going to be a kill. Bomb spotted on short, but he knew that already. Minutes on the clock for Rogue to press on.
You need to start posting some rounds here. In terms of real estate on the map, they haven't got a whole lot. Rogue make their way back towards long, but Twist is there with an AK-47. Such a prime spot as well. Difficult to flush him out of it. Not many flashes that will get him out of position. He's almost certainly going to get one. As the first bomb goes down, it's so much time to recover. He can get back up as well. They have to focus on him. The AWPs come through, and he's absolutely destroying them. Vice will be on the other side of the map, and that very slow approach has not really done much for them. And that's sometimes going to be the problem with taking that long spawn. Unless you get the pick, you really have slowed the default right down. You have to adjust. You've wasted, what, 30 seconds getting everyone back in position. If you don't get any real estate on the map or any kills, then you have to desperately try and reclaim territory, which is what they tried to do. But like we said, Twist in such a fantastic spot. He gets 2, finds the bomb. Rotations come through, and Vice will get no money for this round. But he does have the AK. At least that's something his teammates can buy around it. Won't be the strongest of buys, but Hiko has 5k. 7-1 down.
Even though there was a smoke up on shorts, I think they assumed that they had cleared it and left Vice in a position to stop rotation or push short a bit later on. But long was a disaster, and the round was lost on long. Nothing quick from Rogue. Low on utility. A scout to be a companion. The sidecar to the AK-47. They'll have to wait out the initial utility and go for some dry peaks. Some arid peaks. It's like when you eat a whole pack of crackers and there's no drink in sight. It's dry.
I hate it when that happens.
He misses, but doesn't really matter too much. Everyone's going to get wiped out. Is this the start you wanted to see, Henry?
From Liquid, it's much more like it. They're a team, yeah. They get on their feet. They get some momentum built up. You're not going to beat them. It's when they start making mistakes and a couple of touches go against them, the money's tight. That's when you see them kind of make questionable decisions. But right now, yeah, not many teams can touch them. They're in this zone. MSL looking for the gap shot. Does actually connect. Takes Nitro down to 14. Willing to challenge again. Nitro is still part of the round. He has to play a little bit smarter here as he heads towards B. He could actually anchor towards the back of B alone. No problem, really. Believes this is a brave move. Sees the Molotovs deployed. Doesn't want to go any further. Drops the incendiary to lock them in towards B. Follows up the grenade. Should do some reasonable damage there. Nico and Sick taken down to about 80. Flashbang through. Stewie alone with the AUG. This is a very difficult spot. So vulnerable. Holding true with the scope. As they head towards shore. He won't have to battle just yet.
1 minute on the clock. 2 targets spotted. Might not want to go back to that well anytime soon. Seems contaminated. Now we see the aggression around that short position. A re-smoke. Liege will move into the area. Got to move away though. The sound cue would be enough to invite a spray from the T side. But what's of this map control from Rogue? 40 seconds. They don't have short. They have one player lurking outside B, but that's it. That's all they have to say at this point.
Yeah, they need to start poking and prodding in towards CT, as you can see them doing here. There's multiple ways you can do it, but with such little time, they're kind of committing themselves into the B split. And it looks quite good, actually. Nitro, 14 HP with an AWP. Flash comes in, he tries to dodge, he's successful. Picks up a kill, and that might have been the best case scenario. 1 kill, and it just is not enough. So Rogue have done a good job here.
Yeah, finally getting a bit of success here on Dust 2. Bomb planted, round secured. CTs don't want to be anything to do with this. Naf will be in T-spawn. Looking for anyone exiting the bomb, so that's actually the AWP move. So he can watch that now and deny it being picked up. And Nico already has an AWP himself, so maybe not a huge deal. There's not many maps where the double AWP on T side is viable. Dust 2, probably one of them, to be honest. They could definitely use it, but not a big deal if they don't.
I do wonder too if Rogue's... One of the reasons why Rogue played that so very slowly after taking Catwalk is they wanted to have Catwalk for as long as possible to threaten the A attack, which pulls a player that would normally perhaps earlier in the round be in CT spawn, pulls them back onto the site, and then they go for that B split late.
Everyone's dead.
And with that player really far away, so it's a 2-3 split with a huge rotation for the A players. So it's pretty smart.
Rogue, just to know, Survivors 0 players there. They get 3,500 per player for winning the round of the explosion. So now they have to reinvest, and there's a Galil for Sick. Vice with barely any utility. There's certainly not an AWP. And there's 3 AWPs on the CT side.
Twist is 11 for 1. Nico and MSR have a combined 3 kills. So we spoke about tests. They're not being passed at the moment. Big execute into a long position, but there is a crossfire here for Team Liquid. I don't know if Rogue know that there's a player down the ramp. Now they know, and they've got 2 kills out of it. So far, so good for Rogue, looking for only their 3rd round of this half. 3
AWPs remain, now just 2. This is still possible. This is looking scrappy. As Naf, unlucky not to get the second. They just shoot the wickets of the second player. Damage done. He has to fight. He's got the money. They're not going to be saving this. They're going to do what they can. Plenty of cash available. And it will be Rogue falling back. So, 2 AWPs. Naf and Stu. One of which has a smoke. Stewie makes his way back towards B after smoking the mid doors. Still believe it. I think Liquid can win this round.
Yeah.
All it takes is 1 kill from that short position, push them towards B.
We all saw Nav on Mirage at the major with an AWP.
Ooh, timing. He's at risk of getting traded unless he gets around his corner very soon indeed! Standing his ground, but the crouch peek saves Nico. And that might just be it.
Yeah, that was the chance there.
I don't think Stewie has position to really go for this, but it is Stewie. Rogue haven't held on to that short position. They've all moved to the site itself, basically, so there is a chance for him, but it may require a smoke grenade.
It's just like Henry said, you just got to go for this every time. So much money. His opponent's money's so low.
Yeah.
Every kill is so valuable.
Exactly. Doesn't want to overcommit because you can see his money's not amazing, but his teammates are more than fine. So we'll see if he can get anyone leaving the bomb site, which is going to happen. Nice shot. Oh. That's enough. If 1 kill was enough to keep them on a leash.
Nails him.
Well, a big investment from Rogue through the long doors. Got them 2 kills and put them in a very high percentage position here on Dust 2. Rogue avoiding the long range versus the AWPs not going down long after that. And again, Team Liquid falling over suitcases of money.
You got new smooths. New
wow.
cameras.
New smooths.
What do they call those? Smoothies?
Smoothies, they call them, yeah. B rush. Give it a go. Jackie's absolutely done for here. How is he not dead? They've got the B site. This round could be done already. Unless he finds a quick kill as they cross, he is done for. Solo playing B backfires. Maybe that's a bit of a read towards Team Liquid that Rogue have watched the demos of. This is a play. This is a play. Oh my god, it almost worked out. And that should be the round now. Look at all the flames.
Well, the bomb's not planted yet. There are flashes, Molotov, so much utility, but Sick with the flank may be the deciding factor. He's been taken out, 4 versus 3. The bomb just about going down now, and indeed, Team Liquid have already taken their decision.
Certainly have. That B-bomb site seems to be a prime target for Rogue. If you are just joining us, this is a best of 3 in the new format for ECS. Essentially a weekly cup each week to work out who will be making their way to the finals. We have 5 weeks of play, if I'm correct, gentlemen. Is that right? 5 weeks?
Yep.
5, so 5 possible chances to make it through. And each week, I guess you could say it gets easier to qualify because presumably the best team will win in week 1. They don't have to qualify the next week, right? So then you could start whittling down who will be making it from that point. So if you don't qualify the first week, you have a stronger chance to qualify the following week. This means you have to play more CS and make your way through the bracket each time. Liquid, one of the absolute favorites to make it through. I'd like to do it as quickly as possible, but fumbled at the first finish line, I suppose, with Nuke, and they are bouncing back now. But Rogue starting to get on their feet. 8-4.
It is so positive, actually, very quickly, the format, because if you qualify, boom, you're qualified, and you don't have to spend ages playing and scheduling
It really
matches.
fixes the problems we've had of online CS in general, like multiple leagues and lots of games. So yes, it's a great amendment.
You can just take time off. More time off. More time to practice.
Yeah.
Look at that fast threat to that mid position, then back up to catwalk. And they pull the player down into CT. That's a leash. That leaves only Twist on the A bomb site. And they have a player deep with the orb. That's Naf, actually. We can see him here on the longhouse. Looking to see what he can see, which is not very much. And now time is ticking. Oh, did he? I don't think he saw anything there.
There's an inkling, perhaps.
This could be very dangerous. I'm not sure for which team. Oh, well, there's the answer.
What a shot that is.
Oh, wow. You can't trade that.
Crikey, that was fast. Beautiful stuff. Sick trying to make amends, moving through to the long position, but there's a player on Goose, it's Twist, and he's going to look towards long because that's where the action has been. No, he looks towards Goose as well. Crash pick from him. Great awareness from Sick, but he's left with 2 HP. Still getting a second kill, however. 3 versus 2. Suddenly 2 versus 2. Vice in that CT spawn position. Stu even off angle leaves Nico alone with the bomb. 25 HP for him, slowly creeping towards the long position, but Naf lies all the way by long doors, and this is allowing Liquid time to rotate.
So, he has a smoke, a flash, and CT's doing a great job of sticking together. If he nails his shot, though, he can get out, get out! Oh, thought he had it. If he jumped down the spawn then, there was a real chance, but Nafly absolutely schools in there, that long play especially. Just wonderful scenes. He holds the tightest of angles, nails the shot. He detects the threat of the trade potential coming through from Hiko. Nails that as well. Wins out the round 1 versus 1. Look how narrow that was. That's insane. So good.
Naf is clutch.
Wow. He hit that shot too and then finishes it off. Stunning.
Naf is just so clutch. Like you don't ever really quite expect it necessarily from him, but he just just delivers all the time.
There's the long pick from MSL. We talked about that before. Is that the cue to send everything they've got up towards short? I believe it is. Naf will be tested once again. Has to be picture perfect here. First one connects, and that will actually slow them down and buy the CTs a little bit of time.
Rogue swarming towards the A bomb site. This is really interesting stuff. MSL and Sick. Sick doesn't last very long though. MSL versus 2 on the site with the AWP. Nitro creeping. Not sure if he knows where MSL is. Did he see the pack? He did, but he can't. It's got so awkward. Oh no, MSL, what are you doing? Maybe the flames obscured him. That was so weird. There was some hesitation because if that was the backpack of the player, if he shot it, then it wouldn't have killed him.
And the fact he used the scope, right, that's the sound cue so the CT can hear him. So he turns around. it's such a frustrating one. He definitely could have just walked around and no-scoped and even knifed him, but
That was...
it's that split-second decision. Oh, I can kill him here, but then he realized he couldn't. Then the sound of the scope comes through. It ruins everything. He hit the no-scope afterwards, to be fair, so he was gifted a bit of luck in return.
Even when he was mollied off and long, I think he was throwing the flashes there to keep the players entertained while the rest of his team charge up that short position. Try and outmaneuver Team Liquid. But here we are, 10-4. Last round of the first half. Is this the gimmick smoke which the French were using 2 majors ago?
The shocks smoke, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to know what it means. There's no other reason for this smoke to be here, unless you're unfamiliar with it. Fadeaway HE grenade is absolutely beautiful. Molotovs all over the place, explosions. It's like a fireworks shop has gone wrong. Now Sick, 1 versus 3. After Nitro gets taken out. There's no gun to collect with all that action. With 5, 6 people dead. All the guns are on A. He's got a 1 Deager's way to victory, to glory.
Well, we'll see if it can be done. Dan, I got a bit of an update for you regarding gloves. Those gloves go from anywhere right down to the bottom for $500, way up to the top at $1,200.
Oh my god.
Depending on the condition.
That is extremely unreasonable, Henry.
So there you go. And even in today's market, that's pretty unreal. So there it is, 11-4.
James.
I think mine are more expensive.
Wow.
Well, come on.
Now that's a statement.
Why are you surprised?
Yeah, to be fair, he has spent a ridiculous amount of skins.
How much are yours worth, James?
I don't know.
How can you make that statement then? Mine are more
Because
expensive.
I bought them ages ago. I don't remember how much they cost me. I'm pretty sure they're worth more now. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Well, for now, Rogue need to get back into this because it's all gone horribly wrong in the first half. It's still not the worst scoreline. Like, Dust 2 is a weird one. Sick will be towards lower, and he'll be delivering headshots. Quickly traded. Back to the 4-4. Heavily favors the T side. Focusing most of their efforts towards B. That's a hell of a shot from Twist. Takes down Nico. And they have the advantage once again. If they pick this pistol up, might solidify our chances of going to the third. MSL fighting back though. 3-on-3. It's up to Hiko. Needs to find at least one here. T2000 in hand. No damage done.
Still anyone's here as the CT's now coming from Catwalk. Stewie looking for anyone from CT there. Twist goes for the challenges because they're going deeper and deeper here with Stewie. And that's beautiful there. Great teamwork, good movement, and that hustle is going to pay off. 12-4, they pick up the pistol, and Rogue are looking like they're about to get shut down. It's very, very difficult to recover from this spot. And also, not to mention that Dust 2 Force Spies for the CT side is one of the worst maps possible for a CT Force Spy, as far as what you have to work with. If you compare it to Inferno, where like utility can give you so much mileage and everything else, it just sucks.
It's not great. Well, this is looking likely to be 13-4. This was the Force Spy from the CTs. They've got 1 kill. I think that's probably all they get here. MSL down to 3, now 0. Or now 0, I beg your pardon. But it is still the same results. Rogue technically have to eco here. They might Force Spy considering the scoreline. We will see. Liquid running away with Dust 2. They should have closed down Nuke, but here we are. Overpass is next. 1 smoke. They'll probably smoke middle and stack somewhere. So the smoke designed to veil the movements towards the B side so you can't count the numbers. And they'll send 5 players to create some sort of attack, presumably towards short, or just push off it. Off they go. Nico goes down first. Maybe to suggest that now short's clear.
Invite players in, but they'll have some rotating to do. Twist will check the other side and say, oh look, there's a bunch of guys here. Oh, this is awkward though. It's headshot angles. At least you've got to be very, very careful. The Molotov will certainly help, but the USP with massive headshot won't matter too much. Ultimately, we're on to the next one. But some AKs have been lost with a MAC-10 and a Scout taken into the next round. So not a perfect situation. Money will have to be spent, but there is a 10-round lead for Team Liquid, so I don't think they're too concerned.
I don't think there's much concern at all. Long corner smoke down. Stewie with the AWP now. And a good kill from MSL. He's been pretty handy with the orb today. He'll fall back and make his way towards B.
Yeah, first half went missing though, both he and Nico. Just a low fragging game for Rogue because they have been... I mean, in fairness, you can't really look at it too much because if you look at the score, it doesn't make sense. So let's not go crazy. They've made their way up to the short position at the cost of one player, Team Liquid. Grenade could have done more if they were further up. No one on long for Team Liquid, but I'm sure they'll leave, keep Pico there for a while, even in the absence. Suggesting a mid to B, perhaps. That might just keep a player away from A and closer towards spawn, although it seems that Rogue have the right read.
Perhaps. They're waiting for this A execution. Smokes and spawn towards short. They've got 5 players there. Looks like they are going to commit. Smoke isn't actually ideal for CT. As they make their way up, Vice will drop a smoke for a turn. He's got a lineup here. Good for one. Still with the advantage here. Looks like Rogue have found a round. Trying to deny the plant. It's going to be Nico jumping up. It is Nitro on 2 HP. He'll be taken down. Their campaign starts here. It will have to be absolutely perfect from this point, but at least that's a successful round with decent numbers staying up. You know Liquid are buying this. Whatever happens. Oh, now they decide not to force buy. After I say that, okay. Well, there it is.
Lots of nades though. Xbox smoke pass get up to Catwalk quickly. One smoker left. So presumably that's going to be for the cross on Catwalk, and they'll flash across car and everything like that and just try to make their way into the bomb site. Be very difficult though. We'll have to see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be a smoke for CT. We'll have to see how it goes.
3 players made it past the angle already for Team Liquid. And there's a big headshot from Stewie, but there is action to be had from Hiko. He's blind, he's exposed, he's getting tagged. Nico trying to help him out here. Hiko's made around the corner. The bomb almost falling into spawn, but not quite. A plant would be helpful, but they're taking it in the face, and that's not really useful when you're trying to plant the bomb. Nitro on the bomb, with the bomb, moving away from the A site, behind the smoke, trying to dodge the bullets. Oh, there's 2 in the red. Just one shot would have been enough. Now it's a race towards the B bomb site. Everybody is one Deagable. There's the first one. Sick and Nico. This is pretty damn awkward.
Yeah, this could actually be an absolute nightmare. He has no smoke to cross. If they're watching the gap, they can catch him. He has no armor, remember. But they do not have the orb looking at it. They almost need to let him plant. And once he does, that's when they make their move. But they can still find the shot. Yeah, he's just trying to put that, sow the seeds of doubt in their mind right now. Wait long enough. Will he go back towards long? Has he left? We don't know. Now they're trying to watch long, so that's taking the player out of it. That gives it up. He can now plant, no problem. But can he win the round?
How many bullets does he have left, actually? 6. Okay, he's fine. This is going to be interesting. Playing the big box. There's one! It's a headshot, of course. Overkill. One more to go. Does he realize? No, he had no idea. Good effort, though. 4K from Nico, but what about that damage?
Yeah. Lovely work. Gets the orb. It's got the kit. Comfortable defuse. They'll find another. It might be in vain with this scoreline, but still doing everything they can as they take a lot of damage there. They could be buying up to the next rounds. Remember, they just had deagles, flashes, and smokes. I don't think they had any Kevlar there. Here's the replay. Nico looked like such a great round for them. And all of a sudden, it goes horribly wrong.
Fantastic effort.
Yeah.
And if they were to win this round, for example, then Rogue would have absolutely nothing. That round was made so expensive. So it really can pay off for them. Stewie looking down to avoid the flashbangs. Can he get the kills? Though he can't. His teammate Twist is out here, though. Twist continuing to rack up the kills. 19 frags for him now. Jumping into the pit, but taken out in the meantime. No, he's not. No, he's not. Sick and MSL are all that remain. MSL having a look down long now. While Sick has an off angle towards the door. Not over just yet. That doesn't help, however. Sick now, 1 versus 3. All 3 players coming up the long position. Sick behind the smoke. No support for him, has to pick his right time. Now, one of them shouldn't cross, but Nafly's the last man. He's got the bomb, so he has to cross, which means they'll all cross. He's given the bomb to his teammate, I think, and he'll stay by the car position. Always good to have somebody on the opposite end of that smoke in case of a push from the CTs. Molly's all over the place, but Sick has given no sound cues. There is one. Doesn't see the player by the car, and that's game point for Team Liquid.
Overpass looking almost certain now, as James pointed out at the beginning of the last round. That's a reset and quite a significant one. They'll have to buy up wherever they can, and that's maybe just 1 rifle. I think that's all they can get. Vice Actually opting for a bit of utility first. Goes with the FAMAS. The scouts are out. The 5-7s, the CZs. We're going to 3 maps. And we'll see what can be done here. Just a formality, I would say, at this point. Whether Liquid take us to a 3rd. Leash not slowing down at all. Krieg in hand. Looking for the first kill. And this times the scope somewhat, and he'll be taken down.
It's a bit scary, though. He did see 3 players rushing, so that's why Team Liquid now gravitates towards B, where they find themselves behind the smokes, but they know they have to go through the smoke. So here it goes. Sick, can he find anything with this scout? There's one tag, softening them up, and they'll try to rush through. The spray's good for Nitro, though. Triple for him. And that should be the match, surely. Bomb goes down 4 versus 2 in favor of Liquids. At least it's Krieg in the hands of Nico. Is that a boost? Looks nice. Can't see anything, though.
Looks nice. Pretty useless, but we'll take.
No opener here. All right, well, Twist will finish it off, 16-6. An open and closed book affair from Team Liquid on Dust 2. If they were shaky on the first map, well, they righted the ship here, and moving into Overpass as the 3rd. It's going to be certainly a tough one for Rogue.
Well, there we have it. If we go to a 3rd map, it's going to be Overpass. And yes, Team Liquid looked like their usual selves. I was questioning whether they'd be able to perform at the same level after a frustrating first map, but a resounding yes comes through. Amazing work. The team before it as a whole, you can't really say the same thing for Rogue. MSL, I think he finished with 8 kills and a pretty deep game of Dust 2 there. Didn't have as much impact as we were hoping for. A couple of interesting moments like this one, but didn't win the round. Nico had some opportunities to show us what he's capable of as well, but another low fragging affair for him. But Twist, now Fly, and indeed Nitro had some absolutely awesome moments here. You can see it's just a frag montage of their efforts here towards the B bomb site over and over again. Here are the stats for you. We'll be at the very top. NAF in terms of kills at 24. Twist in terms of overall ADR with 22 there. MSL actually at the top with ADR with just 8 kills and 20 deaths. I have never seen that before. That's kind of strange.
That is a bit odd.
Yeah, we've got Vice on two lines, but different stats. So double Vice, Pico and Nico.
Oh, okay. Now I've seen. That's probably why it's all going a bit wrong. Okay, I was about to say I've never seen anything in my life. Makes sense. I'm not going crazy. It's just a slight issue in the mainframe. Overpass next, boys. A much more tactical affair. It's a specialist map for Liquid. I would say they play it a lot, and hopefully it's a good game. But it feels like Liquid are just one step ahead right now.
MSL's no stranger to Overpass. The question is, has he trained his team up enough to his own standards in terms of meticulousness and strategy?
What do you think, Dan? Has he?
I don't know whether or not it will matter. I do think that Liquid's class it will be way too much.
I feel like pound for pound right now, after seeing that performance, they're going to blow them out of the water. If you pardon the pun, you'll have to come back for map number 3 just after this.